usually like to sleep in and stay up late, so my hours are kind of adjusted for that. But every morning before I even get up, I have a little cuddle session with the kitties. I say good morning to all my babies. When I wake up, there is between 1 to 3 babies on my bed. This is Marzipan, and that's Pippin, and Leia is on the floor right now. Leia is usually, oh okay, wow, getting very up close and personal with Marzipan this morning. Leia's usually on the bed too, so I'm actually surprised that she's not. So after I have a little morning cuddle with all of the babies, it's time to get them fed and start our day. This one is always most excited to go out and get fed, although he literally has food all night. We keep his food in the bathroom, but he's just such a hungry little guy. He also likes to go run around. Okay, go. Go. He doesn't want to move past. She doesn't want to move past him. Sorry. Okay, you can go now. Are you not gonna go? Marcy? Go ahead. Go ahead, Marcy. Go ahead. Marcy. Marcy, you can go. Okay, I start every day not by washing my face, but just by rinsing my face with cold water. I also change into something comfy if I'm not going to be on camera, so like just wearing PJ pants and a comfy top. And I normally would not put on makeup, but because I am going to be on camera a bit today, I just did a tiny bit of makeup. Also, my skin is breaking out, so that was really annoying. I've clearly been eating too much sugar, like gingerbread, lately, because I can always tell my skin breaks out when I eat too much sugar, so a little bit of makeup. See, I told you they have food in the bathroom. I'm gonna go fill it up and put it up for them to eat. I almost forgot to grab my glasses. Whoops. I thought the cats saw food in their tower, so they are cleaning each other. Oh, you got to witness a classic Pippin flop. That's what ragdolls are like known for doing, is like falling over really dramatically, and he loves to do that. Also, it looks like Marcy might be doing her little stomp. He flops and she stomps. Let me see if I can get her to do it. No. She normally likes to stomp all around on her little gingerbread man. So, it's still Christmas time. I still have all my decorations up because I'm filming all my videos, you know, in advance. So I think today it's actually 8 days till Christmas. 8, is it a week? I don't know. Which means I also need to do my little is a tiny, tiny little, like a porcupine. No, hedgehog. Sorry, not a porcupine. It's a hedgehog. Let's put you in the special seat. How cute. Don't mind my diamond painting stuff. I think I normally close the doors every year, but this way I can keep track of what day it is. What day is it? Oh, today is the 17th. Okay, so I was right. I'm gonna make some tea. So I'm gonna get my kettle out. And normally I would be making coffee for my partner. However, he is at the office today, not working from home. So I said I was gonna film like our coffee routine, and unfortunately I didn't even think about the fact that he wouldn't be in. So instead I will make something later and kind of show how I make the coffee. I said that I was gonna need to get a new coffee machine, but I ended up just getting replacement parts so that I didn't have to buy a whole new machine. It was way cheaper and it's worked really well. But this is my new kettle that I got a few months ago, and I really love it. This footage is sped up, obviously it didn't boil that fast. This is the tea that I am using, the vanilla Comero. It's decaf tea. And I'm almost out. I normally am still not fully awake when I'm having my tea or coffee, and it's really hot. So what I like to do is just sit down and like check emails, reply to emails, read comments, reply to comments. If anyone's messaged me, like friends overnight, then I'll reply to them. It's just like a catching up sort of start to the day. And then I will plan out what I'm going to be filming if I don't already have an idea. Today I already know I'm going to be playing Tiny Glade. That's already been my plan for a while. So I'm opening up Steam as well. And when I opened it up, I saw that Tiny Glade needed to update. So I'm updating it here. And then I read the changelog and saw what the update included. And I got the moment when I read that. So yeah, right here. And it was the update I've been waiting for. I'm so happy. Oh my god, I was just launching Steam and look, the update dropped. Movable clutter. Marcy's joined me in my office. I told you she does this like every day. I'm just making some biscuits. This is my big kind of sweater thing. It's like a hoodie that I wear when I get cold in my office, and I guess it's a good biscuit service. Yeah. Good girl. As you can see, I still have some seasonal decor around because I made that pumpkin, and those are the two other pumpkins I made, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I'm like, yeah, you know what, they can just stay on my shelf in here. I love how right now she is in the same pose as the crocheted cat. Oh my goodness, that was so loud. That was so loud, Marcy. Marcy. Yeah, she's like my little Velcro kitty. She loves to be near me whenever I'm working, which makes it really hard to work because I always want to stop and pet her. Alright, let's get ready to film. I'm gonna pull up OBS and switch it to my video recording tab. I think last thing I was doing was a house tour. So I'm gonna turn my face cam off and launch Tiny Glade. Oh, Pippin's arrived. Pippin, leave her alone. Just go in the cave. Go in the cat cave, Pippin. Go ahead. Go, Pippin. Go. Pippin. Go. No. He wants to bug her. I could obviously be recording my screen, but I thought I would do this because it's kind of like more fun. Okay, so when you launch Tiny Glade, it pulls up the last build you did, so this should be my little village. I love it so much. It's so cute. I will keep it on that. And let's go to my video tab and set the game capture to Tiny Glade. There we go. Now I'm just gonna pull my mic out. POV, you're me. This is what it looks like. Don't you look comfortable? And then last, I'm gonna call Leia in here. Leia, come here. Leia. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. She's gonna sit in here while I film. She either sits in here or in the other office. Otherwise, she will bark at literally anything. Mailman, neighbor walking their dog, just whatever. And my office is a mess. I got cat beds and I got polyfill over there for my crochet stuff. And I got boxes for my Christmas decorations. Yeah. is one of my favorite lunches. I get this 4-pack of salads from Costco, and it's really tasty. So this, while I eat different things for lunch, like I don't have this every single day of the month, obviously. This is what I am most often eating, because we usually get 2 4-packs, so that's like 4 days of salads. Usually by the 4th day, I'm over salad, to be honest. But I haven't had one of these in a couple of weeks, so I'm pretty excited. I just did a Costco trip for the first time in a while. It even gives you a teeny tiny little fork. This is how I get like all the salad dressing out, is I like use lettuce to scoop it out. That's as good as it's gonna get. I can only do so good of a job at mixing this up, to be honest. It's a little bowl. This piece of lettuce is enormous. So is this one. Oh no. I dropped a piece. Whoops. And then the corn and the cheese and chicken. And I just mix that up. I'm really not a lunch person. I don't like eating lunch. But I also don't like to eat breakfast, so it's kind of a conundrum. I really, like back in 2020, I got in the habit of eating kind of 1 meal a day. And I don't think that that's like super healthy for you. Like I think you should probably eat throughout the day smaller meals, but yeah, unfortunately I tend to just eat like 1 big meal. And then I would supplement the rest of like coffee or tea or whatever. So I try to push myself to eat some lunches now and then. I cannot open this. And there's today's lunch. Super boring, and I usually just eat at my desk. Do you like the smell of my salad? No, it does not. Wait, yes. Yes. I let them sniff everything. So, yeah. I usually eat my salad here, and I'm gonna get started. Gotta remux my recording. And something really annoying happened. I once again forgot that my neighbors had lawn services coming. So okay, hold on. Okay, my remuxing failed, so I'm redoing it. I ran out of space, so I had to delete some of my old stuff. Anyway, yeah, I forgot that my neighbors have a lawn service that comes every week, and somehow I forget it every week. So gonna do this is gonna be so weird to edit back. Like, normally this is where I'm working in Vegas. So, have I mentioned I just got a brand new? I just got a brand new. What am I trying to say? Editing software, and I'm so pleased with it. I upgraded to the newest version that I got during the Black Friday sale, because while I was editing the first video that I filmed on my phone, that I filmed in 4K, the whole thing just gave up, and Vegas was crashing like every approximately 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes it's crashing, and I have to hope I've saved it and then recover what auto-saved and what didn't. And then when I got to the end, I was like, well, hold up. Is this even gonna render, or is it gonna crash every 5 minutes? Well, the answer is that it's gonna crash. So I was in a panic, like, I don't want to throw out all this footage. What am I gonna do? And it happened to be like right around Black Friday, so I was like, wait, let me see if there's a Black Friday Cyber Monday deal. And it was, the whole thing was like 50% off, and it was even cheaper if you have a previous license, which I have a license for Vegas 15, I think was the last one I used. So I carried over the license, and I got it even cheaper. So I got a fantastic deal on Vegas 22, and it's been so much nicer working with this. Here's my video. I can kind of skip along and see I started. And here is the point where I could hear them mowing, and so I had to stop, and as you can see, it's like really quiet for the rest of the track. So I'm gonna have to do a voiceover for that, which I had not encountered to do today. I'm a little annoyed. I had hoped that this will be it, because if I do a voiceover, then I spend twice the amount of time, right? Recording the video and then doing the audio. So I'm gonna have to do approximately like 20 minutes of voiceover. That's really not that much. And this at the end, as I was trying to get some nice shots for the thumbnail. So usually the last few minutes of any of my videos are thumbnail materials. So this is what I thought would be a really beautiful thumbnail. So here I am, like, messing around trying to get a good shot, and then I just include it as part of the end of the footage, and I just screenshot it. That's how I make my thumbnails. Rather than, I found it was really difficult to try to scrub through my entire videos to find a good shot, right? Like, maybe this here, would be a good shot, but I'm gonna have to go through this entire 40-minute long video to find it. So in the end, I started making dedicated 5-minute sections at the end or the beginning of all my videos to grab a thumbnail, and it works so much better. Yeah, I am gonna get started, but I'm gonna put my phone down so that I can eat. One more thing, I'll show you that I record. Can you see there's like only audio in one track? Zoom in. I'm only using one mic for this, so I'm going to say left channel only, and now it's mono track. Otherwise, when you listen to that, you would hear only audio in your left ear. So that's that, and I'm gonna cut out all this beginning bit where I was just like messing around with the settings. Settings, there we go. And this is how I spend a good chunk of my day, editing. So this part's gonna go by really quickly because I'm gonna get all my editing done. Well, editing done up until this point. And you can see these big spikes. This is where there was some sort of loud noise or something, so I clear my throat or I snap my fingers or something to let myself know that I need to especially pay attention. I go through the entire videos. I don't skip around just in case I might miss something, so I play back my entire videos for editing. But So I do have some splits in the track. Like, I would have liked for it to be one smooth recording, you know, and then they just stop and start, but I had let her leave. I made the huge mistake of letting her, like, not be in here, and then, of course, she barked, so then I dragged her back in here, where she's now sitting on the floor. Now that I'm done, she can leave. She doesn't like to be, like, she's stuck, but if I were to shut the door and she's on the outside of the door, she would complain that I'm leaving her out, so I can't win here. The cats are still asleep, as usual, though. I just started rendering the thumbnail clips that I put at the end of the video. I finished doing all my editing, and, well, almost. It'll be done when this is done, but it just started raining. I got a little notification on my phone that it might start raining, actually, so the best thing about my new editing software is that it is so much faster. It actually utilizes my, like, GPU and CPU accurately, whereas the last one was so old that it couldn't. So my renders end up being way, way, way faster than they used to, like maybe 200 to 300 times faster. It's crazy. Rendering used to take up like my entire afternoon, and it wasn't a huge deal. It just meant that I couldn't do anything else on my PC while it's rendering, because I didn't want to stress my computer out. But now that it's so fast, I mean, this is just a short clip. This isn't the full thing, but I'll show you how quick it'll render the whole video. I have more time to do other things, so I feel like I've been way more efficient since I upgraded. And I honestly should have done this years ago. I'm just cheap. I'm honestly very cheap, and I didn't want to buy, you know, $100, $200 of new software, so, which is crazy, because this is something I use every single day, and it's a work purchase, so, okay, so this is about to finish. Okay, done. Yeah, right, it's done. And now I'm gonna cut that, and I'm gonna put in my little outro and screen. I keep it up for 20 seconds because that's how long YouTube lasts. So let's see, this is, that's everything looks good. Gonna go ahead and give that a render in 1440. I'm calling this Tiny Glade Winter. I had it on render loop region only, so I gotta turn that off. It's gonna be about 16 gigabytes when it's done. And like, for some reason I have like no room on my PC. I need to cover and clear out a bunch of stuff. I do have loads of room. I have like a 2 terabyte SSD that I'm just not using right now. I need to move all my games to it. Anyway, okay, gonna hit render, and it's gonna be super fast. I mean, not so fast that I can just like sit here and show you how fast it is, but it's gonna be way faster than it used to be. This before would take me minimum 2 hours for this, like closer to 3, maybe 2.5 hours. Now, I reckon it'll take less than an hour. It takes closer to the actual length of time of the video. It's crazy. See, I've already got 2% done. And kitties are still sleeping. This is the big nap that they do from about, let's say they start maybe about 11 a.m. and they nap most of the afternoon. Got a gunk in your eyes. Literally just refill my water bottle and it's already at almost 25%. It says it's been 6 minutes. Wow, hard to believe. But it only has 21 minutes remaining, approximately. See how fast that is? Crazy. So that's even faster than the actual video length, which is amazing. Okay, so while I am rendering, I need to get this video ready to post tonight. This is my GTA SMR video. This is my working title. I might leave it, I might change it, and I need to add my description and do my thumbnail and make sure it has like proper tags and all that, and set my end screen. I usually do on the end screen like a related video, so I'll do this like one of my more recent GTA videos, so I'll do that. I can't see. It drives me crazy when it does this, when I can't see the actual image, because then I can't really fit. I'm just gonna guess how big that is, and hopefully that looks okay. And then I'll add my card. No. Okay, that's the link to my Patreon. And then I'll have like another one up, and I just kind of copy paste the information. So it'll say that, and then I'll say this. Yeah, this is harder to do with one hand, but it's working. Try my Patreon here, and I put it like 15 seconds in. Yeah, and then choose a little picture of me, and then I just check, make sure that it pops up 15 seconds in. There we go. Save that. Okay, so that bit's done. I'm going to stop and do my thumbnail. My video actually finished before I could get this thumbnail made, but that's mainly because I had to download this like codec to play my videos properly. I don't know, it's a long story, but basically I'm gonna make sure this saves and upload it. And then I can kind of go back and compare. So here's like, see how dark it was? Now it's much clearer to see what we're looking at. I'm gonna put in the GTA logo so that it's very clear. Okay, way too big. Probably put it up here, like over the wing mirror. What's that called? And I'll put some more text over here. So I'll do it in the GTA font. Like, see, it says test, and then change it to white so you can see. Yeah. And then I'll put that over there. And then I'll probably increase the saturation just a little bit just to make the colors pop. And then that is, yeah, that'll be a finished thumbnail, pretty much. I have to resize it, which I'll go ahead and do the YouTube thumbnail size, because they have a specific size limit on their thumbnails. And that is, I mean, it looks good, but I think more people will click on that, and at the end of the day, it's gotta be about clicks. What I don't like about thumbnails is that if your thumbnail is bad, it doesn't matter how good your video is, no one will watch it, and I hate everything hinging on this one thing. Like, I could put in hours and hours and hours of work into it, but if I make an easy, like, bad thumbnail, then no one watches it. So the longer I spend on thumbnails, the better a video tends to do. So that's just been a look into YouTuber life. So I just moved all the footage that I've taken so far today onto my computer, which took a really long time because I am filming in 4K, so they're big files. But I just changed into a tank and some leggings, and I'm going to work out for a bit. I just got this new like stair climber at Costco, and I've only used it once so far. I put it behind my couch so that I could like watch TV while I'm on it, and it has a little spot here to hold your phone or tablet or something. So previously when I used it, I put my Kindle up here and I read while I was walking, and I really like it. It's not like a proper stair climber, you know, like one of those huge ones. It's more like an elliptical that like goes up and down, but it really got my heart rate up, and I was like a sweaty mess. So I'm gonna try to do 15 minutes at a medium resistance. You change it here, and I guess they're gonna watch me. Are you guys gonna work out too? Yeah, are you gonna run around? I think they're hungry, but they have their food. I'm not gonna give them a tin of food. Alright. I had been rewatching Schitt's Creek, and I decided that would be a perfect, like, workout show to kind of put on in the background. So, I'm at the start of season 2, and look at these kids. It's so cute. When I picked up the pace, though, it kind of freaked them out, and then they ran away, so that didn't last too long. It does make a bit of noise, which is why, you know, I really had to mute this bit, and it didn't like the noise. I'll die now. I love, this is not sponsored obviously, but like I love drinking these after I work out. They are a sparkling water, but they don't taste like sparkling water. Like I've had LaCroix, and I don't like them. They taste like nothing, just carbonation. But these are actually very good. And there's like a lychee flavor and peach. Those are my favorites. So I don't like the grape one as much, but I have quite a few of them. So I am drinking these, and I keep my fridge stocked with them. I used to sell them at Costco, and the last few times I've been to Costco, they have not had them, which is very, very, very sad. I mean, I know that Costco can just like stop selling anything whenever they want, but isn't that frustrating? Okay, I'm gonna go jump in the shower and change back into something comfortable, and then get back on my computer and do a little bit more work. Sorry, I know I'm a sweaty mess. Honestly, it gets much worse. I was like running for a bit this autumn, and I would come back like red as an actual tomato. It was awful. I don't like running. I only did it for a couple weeks, and I was like, no, I can't do this anymore. So I like just doing cardio exercises, just like around the house, like on my TV. I like playing Just Dance, and now I have this step machine, so I like it very much, and I like that it folds up really flat, so I can put it away when I've got people coming over, because right now it's just sort of taking up a lot of space where I walk. Alright, to the shower I go. My husband got home while I was in the shower, which I was very sad about because I always like to greet him at the door every day. Well, he doesn't always work out. He works from home a lot, so those days are much nicer, but today he was out, and when he got home he said he's really hungry, and I'm really glad because I'm really hungry. The salad is not tiding me over. So I think we're gonna have curry for dinner, which is perfect because that's actually like very representative of what I usually eat. Obviously, not every day in my life is the same. It's really dark. Let me turn some lights on. It's getting really dark outside. Those two aren't controlled by this, so okay. Yeah, not every day of my life is gonna be identical, obviously, but I wanted this to be kind of an average for how days often go, and we honestly eat curry a lot, so that is pretty good. I've got some tikka masala sauce and chicken from Costco and a big thing of naan that I'm gonna pop in the oven, and then we'll just have some veggies with that, and that will be our big dinner. So I think I'm gonna make that around 5. Someone just delivered something. It's some hot honey that I ordered him. We don't buy each other Christmas presents, but I saw this sale on this hot honey that he really likes, and I was like, this is not a Christmas present, but I'm just getting you some hot honey. So I'm gonna go get that. It was not the honey. Rude. Hey, buddy. So it was not here, the package. It was just something else. It wasn't for me, so that's frustrating. But Pippin's joining me in my office. We're gonna get a little bit more work done. I have more thumbnails to make because I'm always behind in my thumbnail game. Like, I tend to make them like right before the video is posted, which I think is really not good. I need to make them earlier, so I'm gonna work on that for a bit, and then we're gonna make dinner around 5. And then after that, I think we'll be done for the day, and we can relax a little bit, right, Pippin? But you've been relaxing all day. You're just nothing but a cozy boy, right? I think it's getting dark enough to turn the lights on, even though there's still quite a lot of light. So I'll cut that. There we go. I got really hungry and I didn't want to wait any longer, so I have the tikka masala on the stove. I'm heating up, and I will turn the oven on and heat up the naan. Yeah, we love curry, so whether it's Indian, Thai, or Japanese, we pretty much are always eating curry. And almost always have some form of curry in the house. Like I always have bricks of Japanese curry in the pantry. Always. You never know when you are gonna fancy a curry, you know. Curry's on the stove, cats are on the bed, and it looks like my video is done. It's been running the checks, so I am gonna give it like a little title. I really can't type one-handed, so that's like a little placeholder title. Probably rename it something, and then I'm gonna look at the thumbnails they chose for me. That one's the nicest. Obviously I'm gonna build my own, like make my own thumbnail, and then turn on my monetization. No mid-roll ads. We have to say that there are no bad stuff in the videos, and there never are. I'm pretty certain of that. And then I will just sort of put in this, but I might change it later. I still can't see the video. Oh, there we go. No, it appeared for like a split second. I don't know why, but a lot of the time it doesn't show up. Can you? Well, I'll come back to that later. I always do final checks before I post something. And then I'm gonna copy this and put it on my Patreon. So for my Patreon, I'll say early access, embed the video, I'll paste it in, and then I'll go back and copy the title. Sorry, someone's messaging me. Copy that and paste it in here. And I'll tag it ASMR, early access, and then I'm just going to type up a little description. Alright, so typed up a little something, and I might change it, but I usually I'll put this in the, I'll use that as a placeholder description. I may or may not keep that. But then I'm going to do a little preview. That's the standard thing I say. This is for all my paid members, and I will publish that. There we go. So now it's on Patreon. And then I think I still have it copied, but I'm going to copy it one more time. Go to my channel, go to community, and do a channel members only post where I share the videos. This is how everyone gets early access to my new videos if you're on Patreon or channel member. So you're getting really early access now for all of them that I post. And you can see all my the previous videos I've been making are around there. And so now that's done, and I should be pretty good to go tonight until I need to post this GTA video, which I'll do at 6. I usually actually hand publish them rather than setting them to schedule. I only schedule them if I'm going to be busy or I'm going out, but otherwise I have an alarm on my phone and I hand do it because I also hand put them in the Discord and at everyone so that you get like a personal notification. So here's my meal for tonight. My ugly, gross pan that needs to be cleaned. I've got some naan that I slapped some butter on, and I'm doing a terrible job of kind of brushing. I have an actual like pastry brush I could use. Here's our tikka masala curry, and we're just gonna sit and watch Detectorists. That's what we're watching. We're on season 2, and I have a funny story to tell you about Detectorists. I'll tell you in a bit. And here's the meal, and it was delicious, although I was super full afterwards. It was a lot. I finished dinner and finished the episode, well actually the entire season of Detectorists that we were watching, season 2. So finished all of that, and now I'm back in the office getting ready to post. Marcy. Hi Marcy. Yeah, so at night I turn on my little lights in here and this little bedside table lamp, because I felt like if I changed the lighting in the room, then I could set sort of a work mode and a play mode. So it helps me switch out of work mode in the evening, although I do have a little bit more work to do. Like I said, I'm gonna post the video. But then after that, I'll probably be hanging out and playing some games or reading. What? She doesn't want to be on camera anymore. Okay. Before I forget, oh my god, you guys, I have to show you this house. I was looking at houses yesterday at my downtime, and I came across this one, and the first thing that really confused me is this floor plan. Like, what on earth is happening right here? What is this? I've never seen anything this weird. And then I realized that this whole house is like triangular, but also, no, it's like diamond shaped, kind of like a plum bulb. This is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. Like, is this not crazy? Look, every single room. And then I saw this. I think it's a staircase, but it is the most confusing staircase I've ever looked at in my entire life. I just had to show you guys this because I knew you were gonna lose your minds how crazy this house is, because I lost my mind. Have you ever seen a kitchen this shape before? This is wild. And it says, like, you know, masterfully designed by an architect. I'm like, I don't know about that, guys. I mean, I'm loving the floor to ceiling bookcase. You know that I'm loving that, but what is this floor plan? Absolutely bonkers. Why do I feel like that's like a secret passageway? Crazy. So like when I saw this, I was like, oh man, because I don't know when I'm gonna do the next house tour video, but I don't want to wait until then to show you guys this craziness. You have to see it now. So I thought I would just toss this in here and show you guys. I mean, how many people trip and fall on these stairs? Look how insanely confusing this is. Look, where do the stairs start and end? Who thought this was a good idea? Imagine sending a toddler down these stairs. You know those videos of like little kids running through mirror mazes and they just confidently run right into the glass? real, I didn't need that much. It was really chocolatey in the end. But it's always like, no such thing as too much hot cocoa powder, right? Anyway, so this is how I would make, well, okay, you have to pretend that I'm putting coffee in this cup. And it's Christmas, so I make my partner a special Christmas edition coffee every day, well, when he's working from home. And I made a huge mess. This, by the way, I ended up having to clean up all that I spilled, and I spilled way more than that. But so after his coffee, he gets some whipped cream. Yes, Leia. Whipped cream. And then a lot of whipped cream. And then I give him some mini marshmallows. Not as many as if we were doing hot chocolate, but a few mini marshmallows for fun. And then the final thing is this sprinkle of cinnamon sugar. I made some cinnamon sugar in this little shaker, and he gets a little sprinkle of cinnamon sugar over his whipped cream. And that's how I make his morning coffees just during the holiday season as like a special treat. And then I go deliver it to him in his office. So I'm finally looking forward to a little bit of rest and relaxation. I have been working out a good chunk of the day, and I'm pretty tired. Taking my first sip of my delicious hot chocolate, like I said, very chocolatey. And as I told you guys in a previous video, whenever I sit down on the couch, like Leia always immediately has to come up and see what I'm doing. And kind of bug me. She either wants to get on the couch or she wants me to get off the couch or something. So I had literally just opened up my Kindle to start reading, and here she comes. And then she actually did start whining at me, so I think she had to go out. So I went and I took her outside and then got back to read. So I don't know if you all remember a game that I played years ago called Lake. I think a lot of you do remember it because I hear it mentioned every now and then in comments. But in that game, there's a reference to the show I'm watching, Detectorists. And I had watched only like one episode of Detectorists at the time, so I recognized the reference and I recognized Mackenzie Crook. But now I'm finally getting around to finishing the series, and I'm really enjoying it. Really, really like it. It's on Amazon Prime. So I just thought I'd mention that random little reference where his character's in the game Lake. You can go back and watch me see that in the video. I'm glad I got the reference, and some of you I think probably also watch Detectorists. So I did end up getting to read a bit, but pretty not long into starting, they were once again bugging me. Leia came up and she wanted me to play with her, and Marcy was being very distracting as well. I was definitely riling her up though. Marcy's munching in her tower, eating very loudly, so I was saying hi to her. She's so cute, and she's a very dainty eater, unlike Pippin, who makes a mess. I don't know where he is right now. I like my new step machine, but it's definitely unsightly. It kind of ruins the flow of my living room. Look how excited she got. She's so funny. But after this, they did all calm down, and I was able to just kind of relax and read for a bit. And my partner is still working. He had to go back to work in his office after dinner, so otherwise we'd probably be hanging out and watching something or playing a game together. But he had to work for about another hour, so I thought I'd get some reading done in the meantime. So I'm back in my office. I read for like an hour or so. Now normally I would keep reading, playing games, do some housework. Oh, your little catnip toys down there. That's what I would normally do, but tonight I am going to keep working because I have all this footage I've been filming today, and I want to start editing it. So I'm gonna keep working, but that's not really what I would normally do. So just sort Inception. I'm editing. Me editing. I just said in the video that this was gonna be weird to be editing back, and it is indeed. Also, it's almost 9 p.m., so maybe I should go stop soon, but I have a lot of footage left. A lot. Oh boy. Time to get unready with me, so I'm brushing my teeth first, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of skincare, and I usually, sometimes, not always, half the time, I braid my hair before I go to bed, especially if it's really long. It's not super long right now, so it's manageable, but you did see me pull it out of a braid this morning. I also wear a retainer every night, so here I am putting it in, and I have a few of these big headbands for like washing my face. The first thing I do before washing my face is I have these soft makeup removers that are like reusable. Just put them in the wash. So I take my makeup off with these first. I'll mention some of the products I use at night if I can remember. I have a rice toner by SOQ, S-O-Q-U. I have the BHA Power Liquid by COSRX, and also the Snail Mucin Power Essence, something like that, also by COSRX. I always want to call it Core 6, but I think it's COSRX, right? Yes. I also have a prescription tretinoin, yeah. I always want to call it tretinoin, but I think it's tretinoin. Yeah, that one is prescription. Everything else is just like something you can get over the counter. I also have a tranexamic acid that I sometimes use, but to be honest, I don't really think it does much of anything, so I don't really use that very often, but I do pretty much use the snail mucin every day, because I do think that makes a big difference. The tretinoin is pretty good as well. I feel like it did more when I initially started using it than now, a few years later. And this is my bedroom at night. It's pretty cozy. So I have this really nice lighting system. I have like this recessed ambient lighting that I love to use at night, and then I've added this galaxy sort of lamp that I've shown you guys before. It turns on every night at 11:30, and I did actually end up editing this video until 11:30. Yeah, so I went back to work and I was at it for a long time. Now, I should say, this is not exactly when I went to bed, because my partner's not there and I didn't want to film him. So yeah, I filmed this for the video, but disclaimer, in reality, I went to bed a little later and my partner was with me. I just didn't want to film him. But every night I use this big lip balm, and I have a hand cream. My fingers get really dry, and I keep them on my bed. Or bedside table. You might have seen them in the beginning. And then I also have a book on my nightstand that, so every night we have like a little routine. We either look at memes together, or like Instagram reels, or we watch one episode of a short TV show like Detectorists. And then after that, if he's not really tired, I will read to him to help him fall asleep. And right now we are reading How the King of Elfhame Learned 8
hope you guys all had fun spending the day with me. Let me know in the comments if you think I should do this again, and if I could make any changes, improvements, things that you would like to see me do different. I'm obviously not really used to filming this sort of content, so I could always improve. But if you like the video, if you engage with it, that helps a lot. Tell YouTube that you liked it with a like or comment. And I will see you all in the next video in the next year. Sorry, I keep forgetting where my camera is. It's here in the middle. I'm used to my old phone. It was like over on the side. It's in the middle. I'll see you next time or next year for more ASMR. Night night, everybody. Sweet dreams and happy sleeping.